All power to the people. I'm Chairman Paul Burton from the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. I want to address a couple things. Thing number one, I see a lot of people asking why the Black Panthers are going up against ICE for the immigrants. Well, I want to tell you something. The Black Panther Party is not a black nationalist organization. The new Black Panther Party might be. I'm not sure. The Revolutionary Black Panther Party might be. Any of these variations of Black Panther parties might be. But the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, the one that Huey Newton started with Bobby Seale, is an internationalist organization that stands as allies with oppressed people no matter what their ethnic background is.
Man, here we go. Now, Philadelphia is one of the blackest cities in America. I mean, you know, they say we got about anywhere between 1.5 to damn near 2 million people in the city, right? It's probably more than that. Philadelphia is huge, right? People everywhere. People are multicultural, but it's like predominantly black. And you have a whole bunch of black organizations here. You know, you had the Black Panthers here, the Black Liberation Army here. You had a lot of the black churches, the AME Church. Yeah, I mean, Philadelphia has a long, rich history. Right now, what's going on in the country with Donald Trump being president, you have a whole bunch of ICE agents just roaming the country, ridding the country of illegal migrants. And you know you have Philadelphia, which is also a sanctuary city. You have a lot of illegal migrants here. So that will bring ICE to Philadelphia. And now when ICE is here, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you have this form of the Black Panther Party, right? Now, there's like 1,000 different Black Panther parties since it was formed in the 60s, right? These Black Panthers, though, is headed by a Puerto Rican who says that the Black Panther fights for everybody, and they're out there fighting for ICE. And a lot of black people are very upset about this. Now, these guys, they've been all over Philly. They were seen on video in Southwest Philly getting into an argument with cops, but down there in the Northeast.
Hey, listen, check this out. You know, me and the comrades out here in Northeast Philly, you know why we here? Because we was told ICE was hopping on people over here, over at the Brazilian bakery and over here in the neighborhoods. Now, yeah, we came out here and we see like them Sprinter vans parked and all these blacked out vehicles parked, but it's like maybe they in their hotels getting some sleep or something, or maybe they knew that the Black Panther Party was coming, you know? Like I said before, and like I say it again, and like Huey Newton said back in the day, the Black Panther Party is an internationalist group. So we stand with all oppressed people, no matter what your ethnic background is, no matter what your cultural background is. We stand with all oppressed people. So a war on the immigrants of the United States of America is a war on everybody in America. It ain't just a war on people who just came here, or even people who've been here for a while and couldn't get their green card for whatever reason. See, they couldn't get their green card for the last 20, 30 years, but you've been enjoying their food, though. You've been enjoying taking your car to them instead of taking it to the Midas or something because it's going to be cheaper, though, right? But now they out here getting chased around and killed, and you won't do nothing about it. Hey, dig this. ICE ain't just coming after us. They just killed an unarmed black man in L.A. But you sitting up here acting like, oh, that's not our fight. Be real. All power to the people.
Now, listen. A lot of black people said that they were sitting this out. So now all of a sudden a Puerto Rican comes up. And I met this guy before. I actually marched with this guy about 2 years ago. I was live streaming on my channel. Me and Dr. Umar Johnson's father. We walked down 52nd Street to go against all the violence during the drill era when all the young drill rappers was unaliving each other. I walked with this guy. He wasn't talking like this, right? He wasn't talking like this, right? You know, he was living in my hood. Now all of a sudden this dude, he pops up. He pops up as a Puerto Rican, right? Saying he part of the Black Panthers to try to get black people to get out there on the front line to help these immigrants go against ICE. Now, this is the thing. The Black Panther Party was started, in 1966 in Oakland by Huey P. Newton. They disbanded in 82. Now, in Dallas, you had a guy, Aaron Michaels, in 1989. They created the new Black Panther Party, right? And we know that Malik Zulu Shabazz was headed at one time, and I met Malik Zulu Shabazz a couple times. We know that Khalid Muhammad, before his unaliving, was also part of that new Black Panther Party, right? So now we know who these guys are, right? But who is this Puerto Rican? And coming here now, right, fighting for these ICE people. Who is this guy?
So I'm scrolling down TikTok and I see the Black Panther Party arguing with ICE. Like, did I miss a meeting or something? That ain't our fight. The Black Panther Party was not created to protect everyone. The BPP was created in 1966 by Huey P. Newton and Bobby Seale to protect black communities, specifically from police brutality, state violence, and systemic neglect. So when I see a whole bunch of Black Panthers out there standing up against ICE to protect illegal immigrants, it makes you wonder, do they even know about Dakara Thompson? The Panthers' mission was black self-determination. That meant protecting black neighborhoods, feeding black children, educating black children, and demanding accountability when the system failed us. They were not a universal activist group. Black is literally in the name. When did the Black Panther Party become the Universal Panther Party? The Black Panther Party was community specific because black Americans were and still are negatively impacted by government policy. Fast forward to the Biden administration, border enforcement policies were loosened, resulting in mass migration without proper assimilation. That's not an opinion. Border encounters reached historical heights. Instead of dispersing migrants evenly or focusing on struggling citizens, these sanctuary policies sent a large number of migrants into black and brown communities already dealing with housing shortages, underfunded schools, and limited resources. Now let's talk about resources. Migrants have received housing assistance, monthly stipends, free transportation, and emergency health care coverage. Meanwhile, black Americans whose families have been here for literal generations have never received that level of federal support, even just for surviving. That's not anti-immigration. That's a policy imbalance. Then there's the part people don't want to talk about. Dakara Thompson. A 19-year-old black girl who was murdered by an illegal immigrant who should have never been in the country. Dakara Thompson's death is a direct consequence of mass immigration without proper enforcement. Ignoring cases like hers while claiming to be pro-black is not justice, it's selective outrage. But while people out there claiming that they're the Black Panther Party while standing against a federal agency, ICE, protecting people who entered the country illegally, literally crawled under a fence, and some who have caused physical harm to American citizens, I have to ask, who is being protected and who is being ignored? Being pro-black means prioritizing black safety, black lives, and black resources, not sacrificing them to prove political loyalty. It's backwards, like I said.
Now, this is the thing. Because this Paul Birdsong guy, like, he's more like a Afro-Cuban, Afro-Puerto Rican. I stood next to him. I seen him, his complexion, his hair, everything. I knew he wasn't fully black, but I knew he had some a lot of black in him because of his features. Like when you see him in person. But this is the thing. The Black Panthers learned their lesson because they was already dealing with so many different people. They had so many infiltrators. Richard Okoye, that Japanese guy that was selling them firearms in the beginning, was a damn informant from the rip. He was off the rip. He was an informant, trying to include everybody and help everybody. So we're not rocking with everybody like that. We already know this stuff. So now all of a sudden, when black people say we're gonna sit this one out, you get this Puerto Rican person that's getting pressed from all over the country now. Why are the cameras on him? All the stuff that the press could be showing their cameras on. All of a sudden, they showing this Puerto Rican Black Panther in Philadelphia. Why? So now he heard this and he got out in front of this and said this.
A lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party that said that. So everybody who's running around talking about Black Panthers don't stand up for people other than black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created something called the Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, whites, and blacks from all over the world working together to fight oppression.
Now let me say this. When you deal with the original tenets of the Black Panther Party, let's put things in perspective. He's right. He's correct in what he's saying. The paperwork is there. But this is the thing. That was over 50 years ago. What you need to understand, what you guys out there need to understand something. Time went on. Time moves into the future, and we have over 50 years of history now of knowing what our people did wrong, what they did right, and how we should move. So now when we're saying we're not doing those things no more, I don't fault my ancestors for wanting to help everybody. Of course, if you look at us from the Black Panther Party to the Black Church, and all of our militant groups, we always included everybody. We always opened up our door for everybody. We always loved everybody, right? But the love wasn't reciprocal. We didn't get that same love back that we gave everybody. So we start to make our own rules and change. So what they did back then don't apply now. So what he's trying to do is apply stuff from 50 years ago to now when he already know we ain't rocking with that. That's why they got a Puerto Rican to go in and say, hey, I have every right to be a Black Panther because that's what they did. No, look at the way the Black Panthers was infiltrated, right? Look at the way that they fell. Look at the way Huey Newton died and all those different things when you look at the history. So we're not rocking with that old way. But again, y'all got to pay attention. They got a non-FBA to come in to say, now he's the head of this chapter, and he put the cameras all over there saying, well, you guys are obligated to come out here and do this because this is what your ancestors did. They playing games with you, man. They playing games with you.
If someone is really about creating an organization, why basically exploit the name of another organization? Create your own organization and create your own legacy. Even if you are inspired by the Black Panther Party, to me that sounds like exploitation, like when somebody takes the name of an established group that has a track-rich record of bold, courageous, revolutionary action, and you're basically hijacking their name, hijacking their brand, and using it to promote yourself. And my question is this, like, if you are really a revolutionary, like, why just pop up at this particular time? You know, there have been many slayings of Black people in our community by the police, but we didn't see this group emerge during those events.
Now, as the man said, there's been police brutality. There's been police pow-pows. Like you said, we just had the one in L.A. You had females. There's just been so much stuff going on. Where have these guys been? Where have these guys been? No, he's being paid to work an agenda because they need FBA out there protesting ICE. They need us because they need the Black sacrifice. The Black sacrifice, the Black man's body or Black woman's body on the ground with blood streaming down the street, sends a signal out to the world, the universe, that everybody pays attention to the Black American and who we are and what happened to us here. So without us on the scene, nobody, it gets no limelight. Nobody cares. Nobody has this. There's no sympathy. They need us. They always need a Black body. Both parties, the Democrats, the Republicans, they've always made their bones off of Black FBA bodies, right? That's how they make names for themselves. I can name names, but I'm not when you deal with these politicians, right? They get into office and they become elected officials based off of Black blood, and they need that. And without us on the front line, it don't work. So now Huey P. Newton's niece is coming after this guy. And she's upset. She's livid. She went on social media and said this.
I'm going to try to make this video as calmly as possible. My name is Maisha Newton. My father's name was Walter Newton. He was the brother of Huey Percy Newton, who started the Black Panther Party in Oakland, California. Okay? My handle name is Maisha 415 Newton. I got birth certificate, paperwork, and a whole bunch of Newtons who are ready to listen. This goes out to the Black Panther Party, the new United Black Panther Party, whoever's out there protesting with these Somalians. I'm about to get a cease and desist order against you, and I'm about to sue you because you guys you are not going to defame my uncle's name like that. We're not doing that. See you in court.
This is the thing. If it gets even more confusing, you get this. Check this general guy out, Mike Payne. Just check this out.
I'm Mike Payne, national leader of the original Black Panther Party here. We have received many emails from people asking what is our official stance on the ICE situation. I need you all to listen and understand what I'm telling you. We, the original Black Panther Party, in good conscience cannot risk life and limb of our people for groups of people who have not risked life and limb for us. Just because we have a common enemy, that does not equate to us having a common problem. If this was so, now listen to me. If we had a common problem and enemy, where were the immigrants, or even the black immigrants as a whole, when Breonna Taylor, Tyree Nichols, Trayvon Martin, Rollin Hill, Ahmaud Arbery, Eric Garner, Michael Brown, where were you at when our people are murdered in the streets, slaughtered in cold blood by an agency that now hunts you? But now that injustice has touched your door, we have something in common. The black agenda must come first. We are still working on in-house unification. We cannot afford to divide our ranks to help individuals who have not been reciprocatory. Black citizens, we are not the target. Sure, like anything else, a few black citizens get stopped, hassled, and ID'd. That's been happening to us for 400 plus years. The difference now is we aren't who they're looking for. We don't mean this in a harsh way to any community that migrated here and are targets of ICE. But legal or illegally, this has been our experience since our shackled feet touched the Virginia soil. Welcome to America.
Now, that man right there, name is Mike Payne. And he submitted paperwork back in 2018 to become, to head up a chapter of the Black Panther Party in Virginia. So you have all these different Black Panthers. Now, I agree with this man wholeheartedly. He's on it. He's on it 100% because the framework for the Black Panthers of the 60s does not match the framework for today. And I don't hold them to that. That's not their fault. That framework was for the time that they were in the fight that we were fighting. We're in a different time now. And that's why the niece ain't saying like, yo, we ain't rocking with that. Like what my uncle and them did, we're moving differently now because we're moving with the times. And our agenda is for what we got going on for us. You out here, like you got this dude out here, he knows what FBAs is saying and we're not going to do. But then he come out here and push that, and then the media gets behind him to push it because these Dems, these liberals need, like I said, black sacrifice to be out there on the front line for them to get to push their issue, right? We have all kinds of issues going on in our communities where we need to get our communities together. Why would we be fighting for outsiders who don't come and ingratiate themselves into our community anyway? And when a lot of them do, they want to steal our culture and then say we don't have no culture. So why are we going hard for these other groups? No, we got to go hard for ourselves. These Democrats is bringing these immigrants in here, finding money for them, renovating old buildings and putting them in there while in the same communities that you've been living in for decades and generations. While you've been giving them your vote for generations, forever. We already know that the Republicans has never been an ally to us, but right now, with what they're doing, a lot of people are siding with that. I don't care for neither party as a black person because both parties have been a colossal failure for black people. The only party that we need is the FBA party on what we need to do for ourselves and create leverage where we force, right, where we force people to meet our demands. You have to have leverage. You have to make people meet your demands. Nobody's just going to give you what you're asking for. Not in this world. It don't work that way. And that's the way we got to operate, man. So when you see this stuff going on, I'm just laughing, man. It's laughable. But y'all got to be careful because you saw them now trying to commandeer FBA talking points. Now they got a Puerto Rican Black Panther leader up here trying to go out there and fight ICE. Man, listen, y'all better pay attention. They see what the grassroots is doing and how effective that we can be on social media and how it can translate out to outside. They're trying to get out in front of this and steal everything from us and control the narrative. Don't let them do it, man. But if you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till next time. Peace.